Hello everybody, welcome back to my Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Azata playthrough. We did a few quests last time. I'm just going to check if there's any decrees and things we should do before we hit the road. I'm debating what we should do. We could go and get Captain Seilkind. I think it's quite easy to get to the location where we have to go for him. Okay, so we need to do this for the quest line that Warsagams gave us. We can't do it right now though. We still need to wait for Outpost of Bastion expansion. Yeah, no events either. That's fine. Yeah, so we could go get Seilkind. We could go do Ulbrig's quest line, which was back in Gudrun. We need to go to the Inelectable Prison. There's a few entrances to that though. And I think one of them is near where I want to build a teleportation spot. So maybe I'll just wait for that one. Let's go see what's out on the road. How long have we got on these? We've only got one more day for our Azata rest buffs actually. Well, Regel's nearly dead. Have I not rested since doing a bunch of things? Oh yeah, no, I need to rest again anyway. We'll go rest in our court. Wish you could just fast travel to your court in the same way you can fast travel to all the other locations. Especially since it's been connected to Dresden now. Like, it sounded like something happened as we came out. There was a weird sound effect. Oh well. Yeah, just head round here.
Meditation is a waste of time.
Holy Aura. Why do we have Holy Aura? Not sure, but I'm not going to complain. Have we got any more? Oh, we have got some more of these now. I'll keep that in mind. Still haven't got what I want to make the Demon Slayer soup, though. That's a shame. Now I've seen Gramps and Great-Grandpa Baphomet, I won't be surprised if Mum and Dad pop out of nowhere to try and wring my neck. Blood ties matter little to demons. Descendants are just a resource to be exploited. Do not take it to heart, Woljif. It is best not to think of this again. And do not be fooled if any demon ever tries to lure you into a trap by appealing to your family affection. I have seen such a thing more than once. I'm used to those being voiced. I think I was a little tuned out of my Richelieu voice there. Oh well. Don't need to worry so much. Area exit. Every aristocrat is obliged to have a secret or two, but in this regard, the young Count Aronde has eclipsed all of Mendevian high society. That he has. Right, we've got our army movement back. How are we supposed to get to this army here? Well, we can do our mass teleportation again. Keep that in mind. Well, I didn't look ahead about what this army actually contains. Oh, this isn't too bad. It's just a dragon. Yeah, one firestorm's enough for that. Yeah, everyone hang back for now. chip away at them a bit. Pop us up, birds. Bring out the dogs. Hopefully slow them down a bit. Ah, slow them down not much at all, it would seem. Let's do fireball. I want these weakened down as much as possible, really. Still hang back. But they might be able to reach us this turn. Just in case, do a shield. Okay, they still can't reach us. That's good. One more fireball. And then we'll start attacking. Yeah, we're doing okay. Well, let's see how the bards fare defensively. It tells me they won't be great, but... Oh, actually, they're not too bad. I'll do the heal. Heal might kill them. Perfect. What we like to see. Easy. Having exterminated the Ravener dragons and their undead slaves, the Crusaders discover a huge cave full of treasures. The greed of those dragons was so insatiable that they couldn't abandon their trove even after death. Right, so the path is now open to go and do Sealer's and Darren's quest. If I was going to teleport this army, where would I teleport it to? We've got armies over here. Quite high level ones though. We'll go and get this army. I think, can we take this fort? No, I'm not confident we can take that fort. I'm guessing we can't go to this army until we get that fort then? We can't go down here. There's a little unless it's down this way. Yeah, maybe that seems like a bit of a long way around, but we can try it out anyway. Right, where are we going? Okay, we go Ulbrig's quest over there. I do want to go to Winter Sun. Oh, we need to go to Areelu's laboratory at some point anyway. Okay, let's do that. Let's go to the Heart of Mystery. No, not Heart of Mystery, sorry. Let's go to Lands of Yath Watch. I think that's the closest teleport spot we've got at the moment. Travel to Areelu's laboratory. Should have army movement again. Try going down here. See if that's... Yeah, okay. So looks like this is leading us around to this army. And I can dip out of this area for now without feeling too bad. What are these? Nightcrawlers. Actually quite a lot of things here. Maybe I should have checked ahead. I want to take out the cavalry if possible. Just hit this side. So we got most of the cavalry.
Huh?
I thought these guys were meant to be strong. I guess they're more defensive maybe than anything else. No, don't run forward yet. Okay, archers, you try and take down the zombies, or try and weaken them a bit. You too. Bring out the dogs again. Okay, I want the dogs to come here. Hopefully it's a diversion. Worked. Yeah, you attack the cavalry, seeing as they ran forward. Archers. We're trying to weaken the zombies. They're not close enough for me to do... Is there no way I can hit them all without hitting the dogs? In that case... How much does Ice Storm do? It's 282? That's the same. In that case, do Ice Storm, because that will slow their movement down as well as hurting them. You hit the ghouls, wizards. Don't want to sleep on them. Okay, you dogs run right into the middle. Try and keep them busy. Attack from behind. They are now in a position where I could hit them with... Sorry, dogs. Oh, that worked out exceptionally well. Having dealt with the undead, the soldiers start scouting the neighbourhood looking for surviving enemies. One of them attracts his comrade's attention with a shout. He's found some stones that look like the roof of a Sarkorian house. After digging, the soldiers find ruins of an inn and the remains of a trade caravan that was carrying some valuable cargo, but was never able to leave the shelter. Okay, where do I want to quickly teleport this army to? Where could they do some good? Could send them over here. That fort is quite weak. I just hope I don't have to go through this army to get there. No, I want to take out these armies that are just squatting in the middle of our land. Okay, teleport over here. How does this army look? Okay, I'm not too worried about that. We can make use of the Ice Storm to slow them down. Oh, more than slow them down. Just the barbarians now. You wait around. I guess the barbarians haven't got very good defense, but they're strong offensively, so this shouldn't be too hard. Dogs. Get his Scorching Ray, should be fine then. Perfect. The soldiers have wiped out a gang of wild and bloodthirsty Khelids, descendants of Sarkorians who bent their knees before the demons. Their chief, a vicious witch in blood-stained clothes, died clasping her most precious relic. Ring of Chaos. This ring grants its wearer a +4 deflection bonus to AC and a continuous freedom of movement spell. Only chaotic characters can equip it. It's not that good. Twin cast. Once per battle, the general can cast 2 spells in a single turn. All spellcasting units can use their spells 1 additional time. We're definitely going with twin cast. That's too good to not get. Where are other armies? They're hanging around. Oh, these are the Azatas we picked up. Nice. The Outpost Sebastian expansion has been done. And Call the Azatas is done. Okay. So we have to do strategic routes. Do another Outpost Sebastian expansion. I'm going to do Northern Lights because I think that's important to get done. It takes a while. Yeah, this is the information we got from Pelura's Shrine. And then we can get... Why are all of these either logistics or diplomacy? I feel like you never have to do a war decree. Why can't strategic routes be a war decree or something? Just do Defenders of Freedom for now. Doesn't take very long. Oh, and where are we going to upgrade? Where's useful for us to teleport to quickly? We haven't got any sort of teleportation over on this side of the map, so here might be good. Here might also be good. Well, we could do that second, couldn't we? Or down here would be good. Although down here's not that far from this one, so... Well, neither's this one, actually. Teleport here, it wouldn't change that much. It just had a couple of days. Let's do it. Let's do this one, then. Upgrade, and then build a teleportation thing. Where is it? Teleportation circle. There you go. Also build training grounds for the archery range. Might as well build this for the spellcaster's lodge. Build a Hall of Glory there, and build a shelter too. Like it doesn't hurt. Cool. Let's get back to travelling. Oh. We can reinforce. Nice. Should I send these ones over here? Yes, I shall. And they can loop back round with our main army at some point. Okay, carry on. Evade the enemies. I don't know if there's any reason to not evade the enemies if you're doing if you get the option to. Yeah, let's rest before going in.
After everything that happened to you, you could have become a very angry person, but you didn't. Where does all your compassion and love come from?
I don't know. What about you? You're very kind, even though a horrible thing was done to you. You were forced to be a demon.
So yeah, we found something in Iz that was like a key crystal that looked like the other crystals we found around the laboratory. So I think whatever it does should be in here. Doesn't look like any enemies have shown up. And this should take us right to where that thing was. I'm pretty sure that the door was right by this entrance. Yeah, it's just up the stairs to the side. Oh, we can put it in here. Place the key crystal in the socket. Oh. I didn't realise I'd opened the door. Can we get through here now? No, that's still locked. Okay. I thought that was what it was going to open, but I guess wherever this goes, we'll follow. Explore the mysterious place. I'm gonna assume there's not going to be any combat, but if I see any red circles, I'll quickly buff up. Is this like the abyss? Will it change if I move the camera around? No, doesn't look like it. Okay, keep going up these stairs. Oh. Okay, everyone's getting teleported down if they go that way. What about this way?
A person can be in possession of the greatest treasure and never understand its worth. A person can live the happiest days of their life and not know that it will come to an end.
It's like Areelu Vorlesh's personal diary or something. Oh, is that a crib? Cradle is creaking as if it is quietly humming a tune. It is empty. Did you have a family once, Areelu? A flower that clearly was picked somewhere in the forest, then diligently but clumsily potted. There you go. A child's drawing depicting various magical beasts. In a second, more assured hand that clearly belongs to an adult, there are annotations about wingspan, diet, and other details. Judging by the writings and the explanatory notes, this is a teaching aid. The wooden horse is worn around the area where the rider should sit. Oh, we found some things. Vial of magical formula. The label on the vial reads for summoning. Okay. Note from the box. The handwriting in this note is very similar to that on the pages of the Lexicon of Paradox. I knew you would get through the lock, so I hid the wand of teleportation elsewhere. I thought we agreed, no excursions to the outside world until after your transmutation lessons. Well? Okay, so definitely seems like she had a kid. Where is that kid now, though, Areelu? And was this from before you opened the world wound or after? Old map. This map seems to depict a region of Sarkorian before the opening of the wound. Okay, so I'm going to guess before then. It has roads, rivers, and bridges marked on it, as well as numerous notes such as hunters spotted in spring, avoid, guards caught a witch on 3 rover, nothing suspicious since, and high road, groups often move to and from threshold, avoid. Also, was this while they were... Because, yes, Sarkorians persecuted arcane spellcasters, so was this from before Areelu was sent to Threshold? Like, her and her kid were living out in the woods and trying to avoid Sarkorians. Okay, we got another portal. A handwritten and artfully illustrated textbook on magic. The margins are filled with doodles, clearly done out of boredom. Okay, before we go through there, I want to just try up going this way again. It seems strange that we can't go this way. No, we're still teleported. Can we go on our own? No? Okay. Is it a stealth thing? Maybe it's a stealth thing.
Watch and learn.
No, okay. I guess we can't go that way for now. Unless I'm really missing something. There's like a whole thing here.
I take from the rich and take from the poor. It's my way of supporting equality.
Feels wrong that we can't go that way. Okay. Now where are we?
When planting a seedling, give it soil, space, and moisture. Nothing can grow in cramped captivity.
I feel like we're getting a lot of Areelu backstory here. Is there anything to find in the surrounding area? This looks like the cabin. So I'm guessing this was the cabin before the world wound opened and that this was Areelu's home. She turned into a laboratory. Okay, there's nothing around here, it doesn't look like. Oh.
Careful now.
There's a window there. Before clicking on that, let's have a closer look at the house. Okay, we can't go inside. Oh, there's another projector. Day whatever, experiment. I'm in Mum's lab, messing around with reagents. Oh, is this your kid? The circle is almost ready. I think I just need to place the vial with the summoning formula here. Let's see what happens. This is going to be fun. Oh. Well, now I wish I'd buffed. We'll be fine. It's just one Baylor. Mum, I know you're watching. You would never leave me in danger, would you? But you let me learn things, try things. Oh, thank you, Mum. But one day I will sneak out without you noticing and do everything my way. Okay. I thought that window was going to be the way out, but let's check it out. The keyhole on this door is surrounded by magical symbols. It seems that only a special key can open it. Okay.
Questions, questions. What is to be done with vanquished foes? What is to be done with treacherous friends? I know the answers to these and to many more questions.
Sentry Devima. Okay. Interrogation record. The prisoner was asked 3 questions. What was the source of her sinful power? Who taught her the craft? And what deeds does she intend to pursue by using it? Having not received an answer, the interrogator calls first for the use of simple means of loosening a criminal's tongue, but for the more intricate tools to be kept in clear view also, for the purposes of intimidation. When these measures failed to produce results... Oh, was Areelu's daughter captured, not Areelu? That's rough. I can see there's a thing in there. Denunciation. I beg you to inform the first hunter and the High Interrogator that the prisoner Areelu Vorlesh is covertly preparing a ritual of unthinkable scale. If she's not stopped, the consequences will be devastating. I beseech you to be prudent. Prisoner Oppen. Also, she was ratted out by somebody. I like the name Oppen's familiar. Code of the Hunters of Threshold. I am a hunter of Threshold, the best among the best. I am the keeper of Sarkoris, its protector against the corruption, the machinations, and powers sinful and poisoned. I feel the gaze of the ancestors and the gods upon me. I'll follow the trail of any beast, be it demon, hag, witch, or rogue mage. I'll root them out of any land, in any pit, in any den. Those who surrender I will imprison. Those who resist I will slay without hesitation. There is nothing I would not do to repel the corruption, for I am all that stands between the land and its people, and horrifying calamities. I am a hunter of Threshold. The ghost standing before you used to be a tall man, built like a warrior, but death has twisted his features and bent his back. His eye sockets are empty, his body mutilated, and his face a mask of insanity. Forgiveness. I beg forgiveness. Nobody else should suffer for what I've done. I had to protect the people of Sarkoris. I killed. Who are you, ghost? Only half of our unit returned. A nasty fight. We thought the witch would be alone. I didn't know. I killed. But I had no idea who I was killing. Oh, stern hands are the gloves that we're wearing, aren't they? Do you recognise this, Hunter? This is my hand. How stern its grip was. Men and women knew it. Witches and sorcerers alike. It was not my hand. It was the hand of Sarkoris itself. What are you seeking forgiveness for? She led me, walking arm in arm with me. My eyes were gone, but I could still hear the screams. She described what I could not see. Dying light, the step. A Vescova swarm descending upon the last unit, still trying to hold the line. She said, here are the cultists dancing and raising their daggers to stab their prisoners through the heart. Here is the last bastion of your clan, the found last. Do you want to know what happened to them, Hunter? I didn't want to. I couldn't help but ask. Am I to blame for this? What are you talking about? He's just saying the same thing. Is this someone that Areelu kind of tormented afterwards? You're insane, ghost. As if awakened by your voice, the ghost raises his head and speaks in an assertive tone of someone accustomed to giving orders. I am Sentry Devimai of the Foundlast clan, the first hunter of Threshold, protector of Sarkoris. I am the witch's nemesis, the best hunter of my land. I received an order to capture the witch Areelu Vorlesh, and I carried out that order. I brought her to Threshold as a prisoner. I killed the witch's accomplice. I killed her. By accomplice, do you mean, child? That sounds bad. You've been stuck in this world for far too long. Let go of your past and go to face Pharasma's judgment. You forgive me? The ghost whispers, then he shudders, utters a deep sigh, and slowly vanishes into thin air. Right, so is that what triggered her to open the world wound? Was one of these hunters killing her daughter? And I could see that happening. How can I just get through the bars? Okay. I thought I'd have to teleport in here or something. Okay. It's further down here then. Another... Is this another cell? Is this a hint to what Threshold's going to be like? What's in here? Oppen. Thick smoke rises from the brazier before you. It is in its curling haze, you can see a pale, haggard face with a bleeding spiral carved into its forehead. Who disturbs my restless vigil? A friend? A foe? Doesn't matter. I haven't spoken with anyone in so long. I'd be happy to hear the sound of any living voice. How do we know that these items that we have belong to these ghosts? I'm trying to remember the context in which we found them. Are these items that we found around the World Wound when doing... like, I'm wondering if these are things we've enchanted. I'll have to double check. This ring used to belong to you, didn't it? Yes, that is my ring. It's been so long since I felt its cool embrace around my finger. Century Devamai's wolf took it, along with a chunk of my flesh. You repaired it. I'm glad. Or are these things that we've shown the storyteller, maybe? So you wanted to start a rebellion in Sarkoris? Yes, I did. I didn't want violence, but I guess I knew from the start that it was unavoidable. I just wanted to make everyone admit that we were people too. I wanted them to stop hunting us down and imprisoning us. But great changes never come without bloodshed. You could stay hidden much longer if not for your... you could have stayed hidden much longer if not for your bleeding heart. Yes, people always said I was too sentimental to be a rebel, but without compassion, how would we be any different from our enemies, or from the evil monsters we were accused of being? Yes, I was caught, like a fool, but I have nothing to be ashamed of. Areelu Vorlesh received your letter calling for rebellion. If only I'd known back then what Areelu would do, I would have declared her my enemy, not the elders of Sarkoris. Her crimes are 100 times more serious, although both stem from the same place, from the violence and anger that our kinfolk used against those who practiced arcane magic. It was Sarkoris' own poison that led to its downfall. I see. You must know that I never used my ring for evil purposes, although it is capable of doing terrible things. I ask you to do likewise. Who are you? In life, my name was Oppen. I was a talented spellcaster, one of the most powerful in the land of Sarkoris. I was also the most arrogant. I believed that I could always escape from the hunters of Threshold and that my talents would never fail me. What a hollow, misguided belief. The hunters eventually caught me and locked me in this cursed prison, and I died within its walls. Now I am here, bound to this brazier for all eternity, in a place that looks like the cell where I spent 10 years of my life and died. I've seen a letter of denunciation signed by you. Yes, the ghost whispers. Yes, I informed on her. I told the guards about the ritual she was working on. I tried to prevent the inevitable, but it was too late. So you're a rat. Serves you right then. How can I help you? Flicker of hope appears in the ghost's tired eyes. I don't know for sure, but I am bound by a very powerful spell and my own uneasy conscience. Both are keeping my soul from going down the path that all souls should follow. You could try and smash this brazier. Perhaps it will set me free, or kill me. I can't imagine anything more horrible than your punishment. But you weren't wrong to denounce her. You were trying to protect our home, Sarkoris, from a great evil. I salute you and your courage. There's something else I'd like to ask you about. Alright, ask away. Having a chance to speak again, to hear another respond to my words. It's the joy of joys. Okay, there was nothing more to ask anyway. Yeah, I'm going to cut this guy some slack. I don't think he should be stuck here for eternity. Smash the brazier. Farewell, Oppen. You deserve to rest in peace. Thank you. I don't know what lies ahead of me, the afterlife or oblivion, but either way, thank you. Okay, we can keep going down here then. Why is there a floor hatch there? Well, these look like the Dresden dungeons. Nothing in the cells though. Was this Areelu's cell?
That's easy.
There are questions that are better left unasked. There are memories that ought to rouse a storm in your soul, but instead, you look into them and see nothing but emptiness. Unknowing is the worst punishment. Knowing, on the other hand, knowing is eternal, unabated pain.
Spare me from listening to eggheads and their problems. A fist to the face, that's pain. As for knowledge, I wish I could have nothing but pain from knowledge for the rest of my life.
Hello.
The image of Areelu projected by the magical device raises her head and looks into your eyes. There is no doubt that this time it's not a recording of another one of her experiments. You wanted me to end up here, didn't you? That's why you led me to find the crystal?
Yes, I did. But I did not drag you here by force. I have never done that. I could give you a hint, prompt you, but never force you. You asked me a question, and I answered. Now answer mine. When you were there, standing near the crib inside my ruined home, what did you feel?
I mean, sadness or closeness to mystery. I guess it did feel like a intriguing kind of mystery, but it's also sad. What do I feel? Yeah, sadness.
So be it. So be it.
I feel like that was the wrong answer. Yeah, based on how she responded. Where are you now, Areelu?
I am where everything began. Threshold. Do not worry, I will not flee when you come here, not again. You will come, won't you? One of us must burn, so that the other may live, and the wound may be eliminated. I have another question for you. The hunter from Threshold. His ghost was imprisoned here. Why did you do what you did to him?
His guilt is indisputable, but he had already suffered enough.
I see. It was not I who killed him, made him a ghost, and imprisoned him here. He took his own life, and his guilty conscience did the rest. And yet he asked you for forgiveness. That is odd. It makes no sense.
Why did you show me all that? Your past, the prison. You want me to pity you?
Pity? Me? I did not throw the country that betrayed me into the demon's maw in order to be pitied. I did not do it even for revenge. I simply made a promise.
Areelu's face, usually calm, now twists in a flash of anger.
Everyone needs to be pitied sometimes. People who say they don't want it seem to need it more than anyone else. Maybe if someone pitied you back then, 100 years ago, there wouldn't be a world wound, or a demon invasion, or any other horrible things.
Indeed. I was the fearsome witch Threshold's hunters were after. I began studying rifts and soul-changing forces long before they knocked on my door. I had no intention of applying such knowledge at the time, but some temptations are nigh onto impossible to resist.
Areelu pauses for a while and then continues in a calmer voice.
And one more thing I'd like to ask you. Why did you do what you did to that little traitor, Opon?
I felt pity for him.
He stabbed me in the back. But I didn't punish him for that, oh no. He was punished for lacking the courage to fight for his own freedom, and for choosing to grovel before his executioners. Now he is an eternal prisoner. What could be more appropriate? It is so odd to realize that I once cared about so many things. That ideas like justice and revenge used to mean something.
A subtle furrow appears on Areelu's brow. Show her the betrayer's cloak. Recognize this?
Yes, I recognize it. It's Mother Vulture's creation. How did you come to possess it? Then again, I shouldn't be surprised. Your special fate draws such items into your path.
You tried to heal yourself, but even the creation of the goddess failed to help you.
I suppose I should be proud. The wound which I sought to heal was my own creation. And it was beyond even the powers of beings like Mother Vulture to cure.
Areelu allows herself a brief cold smile. Why did you turn to Mother Vulture for help?
Oh, I turned to many others. Mother Vulture is a force to be reckoned with, but she was only one name on a long list. However, no one was able to help me, so I was obliged to search for the cure myself.
Why did Mother Vulture fail to help you?
This affliction is unique, just like the world wound itself. I doubt even Mother Vulture has ever seen anything like it before. Or perhaps the answer is simpler. Perhaps she just lacked power.
This cloak responds to my mythic power.
Perhaps it soaked up a portion of the world wound's energies while it burned on my shoulders. Now it can sense your power and respond to it. An intriguing observation.
I have received answers to all my questions.
And I received a dose of nostalgia for days long past. Most diverting.
I have nothing more to discuss with you.
Farewell then. Threshold awaits.
Everything has a price.
I want to know what was up that other path, though. Why couldn't I go that way? Day whatever. Experiment. Oh. At least I can try something serious. Cease your spellcasting, witch. You will be brought to threshold to stand trial. Daughter! Yeah. So Areelu's daughter was killed by the hunters. I won't leave it like this. Do you hear me? I promise, I promise. Empty memories. Now you know. A furrow in the ground that looks like a wound. Heat from strange undying coals spills out of the open. When you find yourself next to the strange wound, you feel a chill come over you. Knock this over.
Precisely.
So that's where her daughter was killed. Oh, there's some, I guess there's some backstory for Areelu anyway. Why couldn't we go up the other part? I'm so tempted to just go back and check if we can go back in there again and go up that path. Or can we go through that door now? Just in the interest of being thorough, I'm going to go double check. Although I can't see why we would be able to go through that door now. Oh no, not that way. It was, yeah, this way. We're all just standing there. Okay. So the door's locked. Well, if I go back through all this, will it... we'll have to walk through the whole thing again. I'll just leave. Probably not worth it. Doesn't really make sense to me, though. You know what, I am going to go back through. Just, I don't... it might be a waste of time, but I don't feel right. I feel like I missed some things in there. It didn't take long to get through. There's also that glass door. I'm trying to remember if I tried to open it before pressing the projector or afterwards.
Always watch your back.
I wonder if I can... Let's try... Ah, okay. There you go. That gets us in here. It's just loot. Oh, there's a projector. Okay. So just lots of scrolls. What's the projector do? Let's draw some wings on this ram lizard. You want him to fly, don't you? Oh, that's Areelu, isn't it? I want a real one. I'll start teaching you transmutation soon. It shouldn't take you long to master it. Only about 10 years of dedicated study. Oh, I got an achievement for doing that, apparently. Memories frozen in time. Okay, well, I guess we did one thing. Got one thing new then. Is there? I want to go check that door. Is there anything? Try this one more time. Only a special magical key opens it. Where am I supposed to get this special magical key? Oh? Diamond. Is that... I mean, it's just an ordinary diamond, right? That wasn't the key. There's a loot spot there. All it had in it was a diamond. Just one of those loot spots where I can put something in. Or vial of magical formula, okay. Oh. Oh, okay. Well. Now this might be a fight I wish I'd buffed for. Okay, Ness, let's do a quickened Good Hope. Let's give us some sort of buffs. I turned on quicken, didn't I? I guess I didn't. Okay, let's give yourself another one. Orgy of Haste. Ulbrich could do with you, yeah, turning on all that stuff. Free death from above over here. Okay, you still did alright. Whoa. This is why buffing is important. Okay, do overwhelming presence, Ember. Be helpful to slow everyone down. I'll heal with Darren because he's got the mass heal. Can you instant kill? It'd be lovely if you could do an instant kill here. Oh, it's immune. Rubbish. Okay, Areelu. I want to kill the Gallo Warmonger. Possible?
I will resist.
Close. Oh, Darren's out of health. It's alright, everything being halted is helpful.
Cover me, all right?
Finish it off if you can. Or just miss every attack. That's also an option. And this is what happens when you don't buff, Joe. Aubrey almost doesn't need buffs when you fight with him. He's still halted, perfect. Okay, Ember. Cure serious wounds mass. That's helpful for getting Darren back up anyway. Instant kill? Well, at least it's not immune. Okay, Areelu. Quarry.
Prepare yourself.
Good. Yeah, Darren, you stand up. With another heal, so that would be good if you could do that, please. Do heal mass. Of course, this one's going to get back up.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Overwhelming presence is so so effective. Just keeping everyone frozen.
Desna, guide my hand.
Will this give me the key? No. Apparently not. Oh, I thought for sure that would give me the key. Otherwise, what's the point of doing that fight? How do I even... Oh, it's going to annoy me. Ah, okay. I was just cheeky and looked it up. Apparently the ruins of the glass key that we found in Iz, because we went to the temple second, that's what would have opened that door. So, nothing I could do there, unfortunately. Let's just get out of here then. Can't say it was worth coming back just to do that fight. Especially as we hardly need the XP anymore. We're at max level. There is only one swarm and there can be no other. Anyone who does not become part of the swarm becomes its food. Well, at least that was thorough. Wasn't really worth it, but there you go. army's got movement now. I want to bring these reinforcements round this way. Then they can join up with the army after they've beaten that force. Some more bards too. That used to come this way. Okay. Big army. Come and take on this army. What's it look like? A lot of flies. It may be a bit of a problem. But we'll have a go anyway. Reckon our magic should be able to handle it. Oh, I need to be careful about these elementals actually. The elementals they do damage if you're standing next to them. Can I kill them in one? What about with Cool Storm? That can kill them potentially. It's not doing rubbish damage, that is. I'll use my two. Actually, no. I want to. I'm going to use my two spells. I'm going to do them over here. One of them over here at least. Okay, so that's something. I feel like these earth elementals might cause a problem. Bring out the dogs. At least the flies are weak. Ooh. Okay, actually they didn't do that thing where they kill you at the end of their round. Do Song of Seasons. Good time for it. I want you to come around here. Hit the... Oh, I should have left one by the flies actually. It's dumb. You shoot the air elementals, weaken them as much as you can. You shoot this group of flies. Give us some shields. Maybe run away actually, I don't want you to get killed. Use your heal on the bards. It's alright, we've got Song of Seasons coming up. These artists can take a punch. Oh, they can't though. They didn't do so well. Yeah, I'm not worried though. They'll re-heal. Heal up the Azatas. You just keep attacking the air elementals. You can finish off the flies. Alright, we're fine, we're fine. Done. Having dealt with the demons, the Crusaders discover a Sarkorian city that was turned into a necropolis. Among the sand and bleached bones, the soldiers find some ancient treasures. The intendants are already planning vast excavations. They believe that even after a month of work, they would still keep finding all kinds of valuables here. Okay, now circle back round to join up with these armies. Oh, do call to arms as well. Just buff your numbers up even more. Now we're level 10. Nice. Let's rest again before going in, just because we've used a bit of spells. Wouldn't hurt, would it? I don't know what's going to be waiting for us here. If not for the wings, I could have set you up in the family. Nobody would have suspected a thing. I don't want to steal things, but calling someone family, that would be nice. We're your family, Areelu. Our party is. You've got a found family. Yeah, we can move again. I believe 3 bards as a level counts as a 3 strength force. Like, I don't really see how. I don't think they'd last very long. Okay, now we can easily take these armies, so maybe we'll go there next. Okay, let's enter Old Sarkorian Mines. I'm going to learn from my mistake in the memory, and yeah, definitely going to do the buffs here, I think. Okay. See if we can find Seilkind here. I think there was like a door or something, wasn't there? Last time we were here. Yeah, over here. Hello. Captain Seilkind looks much thinner, dustier, and more exhausted than before, but he is determined and he is as determined and optimistic as ever. Ah, I did not expect. Allow me to congratulate you on your return from your expedition to the Abyss. Why did you leave Dresden? My disagreements with the top brass became insurmountable. I treated our expedition here like a rescue mission from the very beginning. I told them that there were refugees behind enemy lines, full of people who needed our help. Alas, the leadership was only interested in how much Nerosian would pay for the chopped-off heads of demons and cultists. After just a few months, they sent their emissaries and tried to remove me from command. I don't mind facing a court of my comrades, but who would carry on with my mission? So I left town and had a little adventure of my own. What are you doing here? Seilkind flexes his fingers, grimacing in pain. Digging! I spent the last 3 days shoveling dirt. After they forced me to leave Dresden and the Blackstone Company, I fully devoted myself to archaeological excavations. When you discovered my missing patrol in this area, I had a hunch that I'd been moving in the right direction. And I was correct. I bet there is a Sarkorian settlement hidden just beyond this door. I'd like to believe there will be living Sarkorians in there. Unfortunately, I ran into some difficulties and was about to go for help when you showed up. It seems to me we met you just in time. War Chief, we must help him. What if some of our people really did survive? How did you know to look here? It's really simple. There was a mining town called Zazvel not far from here. According to archived records, the demons raised it. For 14 years after the World Wound opened, a Sarkorian refugee in Mendev had a strange vision. He was a shaman, and in a trance, his ancestors told him that some of his kinsmen were still alive, waiting to be rescued from the prison of stone. Subsequent geological research confirmed that these kinsmen used to live in this town. As for the prison of the stone, I think the hint was pretty clear. They sought refuge in the caves below. I've never been to Zazvel, but I've heard about the folk there. Sturdy and stubborn they were, so I believe they were fighting for their lives until the very end. Maybe they still are. It looks like you could use some help. That'll be very kind of you. I managed to uncover this door, but opening it without any tools is beyond my capabilities. I found a poor fellow buried under the rocks, a Kellid, judging by his appearance. If you can help me get his body out from under the rubble, I can use it to prove that my theory is correct. Then I'll be able to return here on a full-fledged expedition. Push against the rock. Let's not waste time. All together now. I knew I could count on you. We should search the body. Oof, judging by the stench, it's been here for weeks. Key from the cave. Excellent. Let's try opening this door. Well, hold on. Is this a Fallout vault? Like, that's a pretty blatant reference, isn't it? It even made the sounds. Are we going to find a bunch of Garys in here or some strange experiment? I can't believe it even made the noises of a vault door. They're even wearing blue and yellow outfits, aren't they? We've stumbled into a crossover. Foreman, a bunch of pale and emaciated humans wearing blue rags look at you with fearful eyes. Their leader is a tall old man. Who are you? Are you demons? Clutching at a pickaxe with hands that still have strength in them, the old man mutters to his fellows. My father said demons have red eyes and spew fire out their asses. Is it possible the buggers have grown less nasty over the years? We're no demons, old man. We're crusaders, the sworn enemies of demons. The grey-haired man lowers his weapon and turns to his comrades with obvious doubt. Crusaders? Who are they? Father never told me about them. But if you aren't demons, welcome. The old man makes a serious effort to crack an affable smile. Now tell me, Crusader, or whatever you are, what's happened on the surface? How far away are our forces? When will we be rescued? How soon will Sarkorian beat back the demons? So that's how I looked to everyone when I woke up. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. We'll drive the demons away soon, but I have bad news about Sarkorian. They fell over 100 years ago. The old man's face grows dark. So that's how it is then. Sarkorian is no more. Our kinsmen, our clans, our country. Everything's gone. You've brought ill tidings, and many sad songs will be sung around our fire tonight. Not everyone died, old man. Sarkorian fell, but plenty of Sarkorians are alive. We'll reclaim our homeland and bring it back to life. You'll see. I hope you do, but I fear I won't live to see it. God's willing, my grandchildren will see green Sarkorian, and maybe my great-grandchildren. Who are you? What do you mean, who are you? We live here, you know. This place was called Mineshaft 14. Yeah. Vault 14. Mineshaft 14, back when they mined iron here. But then after demons poured out of the stinking world wound, the miners and local folk hid down here and sealed the door behind them. That's how we survived. We've been waiting for outside help ever since. Well, 4 generations were born right here in this cave. But our compatriots don't seem to be in a hurry to mount a rescue. The old man's voice rings with bitterness. Amazing. A genuine relic. A culture completely isolated from outside influences. This is what I call unearthing a priceless treasure. Seilkind addresses the old man with passionate interest. Do you know how many years have passed since then? Do you take us for savages? Of course we do. We would have vanished into the Dark Ages. into the dark ages ago if we weren't counting time. Do you know what it feels like when nothing ever changes? When you can't tell the difference between minutes, hours, or days? That's creepy, sonny. So we take turns keeping track by counting heartbeats. We change every 15,000 pulses. Merge is the one counting now. The old man nods towards a stocky miner right next to him, who looks a bit absent-minded and sometimes moves his lips silently. I would lose track of time very quickly if we had to count heartbeats. I'd get distracted. Have you ever tried to escape? Do we look like people with a death wish? Or do you take us for boulder-brained fools? Everybody knows there's death outside, with stinking demons rampaging all over the place. Suppose we do get out. What next? Where would we go? How would we survive? We've never seen the sun in the sky, so everybody would be blind. We've never felt grass under our feet or smelled breezes wafting from fields. The world would be dangerous and strange. No, we'd rather stay here, where it's safe and where darkness is our own. How do you even survive here? Words start pouring from the old man's mouth like water from a broken dam. It is clear he has been waiting for the chance to recite his list of woes. We've survived solely by the gods' providence, thank goodness for that. Our existence is tolerable, although things could certainly be better. When our ancestors entered the mineshaft and sealed themselves in, they realised they had nothing but rocks to eat and nothing but dirt to pour down their throats. And so the priests gathered and prayed to the three deities, Erastil, Gosra and Pelura, beseeching them to protect us. And that night a stream sprung in the deepest tunnel. Everybody thought they were about to die, that everyone would be drowned before they even got the chance to starve. But the stream formed a lake. Then the water stopped and never rose any higher. Thus our ancestors got water, fish and moisture for growing mushrooms in the caves, plus a sign that they had not been forgotten by the gods. The old man spits out a glob of phlegm. And what a sign it was! Have you ever tried subsisting on fish and fungi? Just fish, fungi, each day until the end of your life. Had our ancestors been smart, they would have prayed for the gods to teach them how to eat rocks. We have rocks aplenty, all kinds. But no, we do not complain. Instead, we humbly give thanks to our blessed patrons. There is an ancient temple not far from the mineshaft. We call it the Shrine of the Three. Judging by its direction, it's exactly where our spring comes from. Except... The foreman falters and grimly stares at the cold rocks underfoot. There's a limit to any miracle. Is this literally going to be the... Because in Fallout, isn't it a... The water chip is broken, so there's... Yeah, the vault can't get water anymore. Is this going to be exactly that? Has some fortune misfallen you? A misfortune? We have a word for this misfortune, but you're too young to hear such obscenities. Our stream has gone... Yep, our stream has gone bad. The water in it has become foul and rotten, barely fit to drink. The fish in this poison just die, while we waste away from empty stomach cramps. We had no choice but to send one of us to scout the shrine. The luckiest one, gods be damned. Yeah, they're literally playing out Fallout. That's incredible. He was gone for 3 days, and we heard rattling at the door, as if someone was starting to unlock it. A deafening crash followed. The rocks behind the door rumbled, dirt flowed, and then there was a silence. We couldn't even unlock the door to see what happened on the other side. One thing was clear, our lucky guy was dead. And now you've shown up. Mayhap you've been sent by the gods. Do you mind checking what happened at the Shrine of the Three? You're used to moving around in the open, quite unlike us. The Brigadier's words betray a hint of jealousy. The captain turns to you and speaks quietly but forcefully. Not helping them would make us criminals in the eyes of humanity and history. I'll deal with your problem. The old man nods gratefully and croaks. That's good, outsider. Do not fail us. We've already had our fair share of suffering. The foreman makes a brief arcane gesture and you feel a gentle breeze caress your face. Warding spells protect the shrine, but they will not harm you as long as you bear my mark. I want to know more about the Shrine of Three. Our ancestors visited the shrine to pray to the 3 gods who look after our people. Legends say that before the shrine was dedicated to Erastil, Pelura and Gosra, it was associated with an older set of gods whose names are now forgotten. It is said they went into exile, to worlds outside our own, beyond our knowledge. Went demons spewed forth from the world wound. The god callers who safeguarded that place squared off against them and lost. The very last of them sealed the shrine, fled its protection, and joined a group of his frightened kinsmen who looked for refuge. It was my father, the last god caller in our family. I've heard so much about this sacred tradition. God callers would contact the lesser deities of Sarkorian, clan gods, and sometimes even patrons of individual families. Many scholars even believe them to be not deities proper, but powerful spirits from the entourage of real gods. The captain notices the foreman's scathing glare and immediately corrects himself. But that mistake is doubtlessly caused by lack of truthful knowledge about Sarkorian and its culture. I have some questions about how you survived down here. The old man adjusts the blue rags on his shoulders, then nods regally. Ask away. If you're that curious, I am the foreman and I speak for all the mine shaft. Tell me more about this place. The foreman's voice is filled with a mixture of pride and bitterness. The mine shaft is our home. It's a large and glorious mine, except nobody ever expects humans to dwell here. The top passages were exhausted ages ago, and we use this space to build our homes. Down below is Great Hall, where our clans gather to discuss matters of importance, listen to stories and cook our food. There is a crack in the rocks that sucks out the smoke and allows fresh air to trickle in. The small tunnels run deep. They're very damp and good for all kinds of mushrooms. There is a lake at very bottom. They say our ancestors used to fish using bait, bugs and worms, that kind of thing. But we spear our food. We dive into the deep and stab fish with a pointy stick. Our home is a harsh mistress. It wasn't built for men. It was built for work. What can we do? What are these clothes you're wearing? They're mining overalls. What do you expect us to make new clothes from? Fish scales? These garments were worn by our forefathers, and they are the only thing from the surface that we have left. We patch them up best we can, but they get threadbare anyway. We'll be walking stark naked in a generation or two, like kobolds or some other beasts. But that's alright as long as our descendants keep counting time and we don't turn wild. If we forget time, we'll become animals. Grow fangs and eyes big as saucers. Then we'll devour one another. The old man grimaces. What's your name? I was named Jarrison at birth, but last 24 years people have simply been calling me Foreman. It started in the times of my father, and the eldest dweller of the mines have been called Foreman ever since. The old man strokes his hair. My father was a great man, a pious leader, a pious priest, a leader, and a god caller. Alas, he could not teach me to call the gods, and he carried his knowledge with him to grave. My family still honours his memory. You've satisfied my curiosity. I have to go. Since you're not a demon, go, and make sure to wear a hat or the sun will burn your head. The old man delivers his parting words with earnestness, as if he really believes you're in serious danger. With your permission, I'd like to stay with these people. I can't wait to learn. I must ensure that the inhabitants of the mine are in no danger now that we've unsealed it. Just want to look around this Fallout vault a bit. Yeah, lots of mushrooms, unsurprisingly. I really hope wherever this place is, it's close enough that we don't lose our... have to reapply all the buffs that we did. Yeah, Overseer's office. That's what this looks like. Don't mind me. Just robbing your vault of all your resources. No big deal. How big is this place? Okay, it's not too big. I mean, I've probably missed a bunch, but I don't know how many references are kind of through this game, but I've definitely spotted a few. This is the Fallout reference. I feel like they use Sarkorian to do the references a lot, because it has the... It's like, oh yeah, it's a bunch of disparate kind of clans that all had very different traditions and were spread all over the place, so it's easy to kind of do whatever you want with it. But we had the Borg settlement. And now we've got Fallout.
Careful now.
Oh, what's on the lower floor? Can't hurt to look. Unless it's huge. Guess you can choose to just attack them if you were doing an evil playthrough. So if you came through here on an evil playthrough, this would turn into a dungeon, wouldn't it? Because you'd have to fight all the vault dwellers. He was a good druid, deeply spiritual. May he rest in peace. Always was good with nature, even grew a tree out of his head. The grave looks very fresh, but the tree growing from it is surprisingly mature and tall. Right, he used to say that was how nature sent him all the clever thoughts in his head. He was a very smart fella. Walls from the underground well is covered by a thin, oily film that reeks of rot. Okay. Let's go and get them their water chip. It's not on this map, is it? It's in a different location, I'm presuming. The impossible happened. Areelu succeeded in changing her evil nature. The demon is no longer a demon. Well, that's not close. It's literally across. I guess it wouldn't take too long to just go around. The Shrine of Three. Maybe this is going to be a bigger quest line than I
That's easy.
envisioned. This looks like a fairly big location. Well, they got 3 statues. What's occurring? Hello. Indara. I think we've met before. Have we? Indara is an Ored warrior from Garand and an expert on military history and warfare. It's a shame that this time oh, this is right back at the beginning of the game. There was an Ored that was arguing with the Crusaders that she knew military tactics better than them. Is this her? It's a shame this time we meet not in a tavern, but on the field of battle. A shame for you, of course. Who are you? I am Indara, an authoritative researcher in the field of... Why am I telling you this? I am the person who's going to kill you. Do you worship demons? No, they are my allies. I offered them a deal, and they were sufficiently surprised to let me demonstrate my skills. After I planned and flawlessly executed an operation that destroyed a Blackstone Company patrol. My new colleagues were forced to admit that they could use my services as a tactical leader. Why did you come here? It was you who brought me here, or your mercenaries to be precise. As the wise Serko would say, the 7th rule of tactics is to translate your schemes into action with one hand as you distract your foes with the other. We noticed that Blackstone Company patrols were scouring the area, so we set up an ambush and interrogated the prisoners we captured. They're babbling about a hidden Sarkorian refuge not far from here. We never found it, though. My new allies offered a wide range of ideas, from let's grind these mountains into dust to humans be damned, let's get out of here. But I came up with a better plan. If these people still live, they must have a source of food and fresh water. We used magic to discover an underground stream that runs from this temple. By defiling it and poisoning its water, we managed to lay siege to the Sarkorian refuge without even knowing where it is. A brilliant plan, isn't it? Is there any way I can convince you that you've made a mistake by consorting with demons? Indara shrugs dispassionately. You may try, but you are unlikely to succeed. I have weighed all of the available options and decided that these demons would be the optimal helpers in my current situation. It pains me to admit, but I've grown disillusioned with the last war of Jiska. Even that legendary conflict fails to meet my high standards. It's obvious that Golarion cannot satisfy my needs, so I wish to move to a more fitting place. The Abyss consists of countless realms embroiled in endless conflict, so there must be at least one that will suit my requirements. The demons grin viciously, exchanging glances, and cast bloodthirsty looks at the back of Indara's head. These demons will deceive you and kill you once you outlive your usefulness. Of course, I've accounted for such an eventuality. Should that happen, I will destroy them all and resort to my backup plan. Among the surviving Sarkorians, whose lives I practically hold in my hands, there should be at least several practitioners of a peculiar magic tradition, the God Callers. I will make them call upon the higher powers and transport me to whichever abyssal realm I deem appropriate. Otherwise, I will completely cut off their water supply and let them die of thirst. The demon's vile grin fades. They look at each other with uncertainty. What kind of place are you seeking? I long to see a world where weapons are so perfect that crude contests of might have become pointless. Imagine a war where every single soldier, without exception, possesses a crushing might that no armor can deflect. A war where the outcome depends entirely on tactics, flexibility, concealing yourself and your true intentions, or displaying superior planning and intellect. Indara rolls her eyes. I've grown tired of watching soldiers compete over whose axe strikes the hardest and whose shields hold the longest. Magicians argue about whose magical axe strikes the hardest and whose magical shield holds the longest. The smart ones still lose to muscle-bound brutes, to people with better armor enchantments and to spellcasters with higher level spells. It all boils down to savage strength, completely invalidating any creative approaches. Well, let's do the knowledge world check, why not? Have you ever heard of the Grand Duchy of Alkenstar? They invented something called firearms. They are weapons that kill from a distance, can penetrate any armor, and anyone can use. A ranged weapon with devastating power. That sounds promising. It would render armor obsolete and increase the importance of camouflage and maneuvering. Plus, its universal availability would make large-scale battles possible. Intriguing. Quite intriguing. But the idea of venturing into the Abyss sounds more enticing so far. Aw. You failed to account for something. There isn't a single god-caller among the surviving Sarkorians. They've lost that ancient practice. If true, that is regrettable. Perhaps your suggestion about journeying to Alkenstar isn't so bad after all. It's certainly better than placing my trust in demons. Even during our first meeting, I thought of you as a worthy opponent in debate, unlike certain herbaceous halfling monks. You've just proven my judgment correct. I propose we consider our conflict a mere misunderstanding. In order to make amends and thank you for the assistance, I will, of course, aid you in slaughtering these simpletons. I suggest using tactical stratagem number... Oh, explaining it would take longer than dispatching them. Let's just finish them off. One of the demons shrieked furiously. You'll pay for that, wretch! Let's kill her the way she taught us. We'll see how her lousy tactics are worth. We'll see what her lazy tactics are worth. What's going on here? This looks like a puzzle room. Or a maze even. Indara is an expert in combat tactics. You'll have to win this battle in tactical combat mode. To arms. He's on our side though, right? I guess we have to go and turn these off. Oh, this is going to take ages, isn't it? And we're not buffed. Okay. Well, we still have to try. What, I have no idea what these levers do. Okay, well, we'll do haste first anyway. Given that you're on our side, can you help us with this puzzle? Especially as you seem to have set it up. Well, Albrig, you're going to be useful here because you can zip around pretty freely, can't you? No, I clicked Death from above. Didn't I? I guess I didn't do Death from above. My bad. Darren, do overwhelming presence on them. It's way more effective with Ember. Okay, Ember. You do overwhelming presence. That worked much better. Do another one on these two. There you go, all frozen. Yeah, just beat them all up. Brilliant. Okay, maybe turning the levers off is how you disarm the traps. Yes, okay. Okay, so there's the purple button's there, so I need to send someone round. Fenris, can you go and pull the lever? There you go, disarm that one. Perfect. Okay, Albrig, now you can do death from above. Oh, it's because he needs to have line of sight. That's why it didn't work. Didn't we just turn off the... Is there another yellow trap around here somewhere? Hmm. Hey Darren, you go deactivate this. Apparently you triggered a trap, but I didn't see anything happen. These fights with no music are eerie. Could do with some sort of combat track. Yeah, they're still frozen. Oh, it's there. Okay, so yeah, we need someone to go and pull this lever. Either you can do that. way to that statue is clear. Unless you just go punch though. You two will drift. Are you going to do anything other than just run around? You're not being especially useful. Okay, I need to find the... There's an amber lever somewhere. Over here, okay. Okay, just come around this way, Fenris, that's fine.
Make your peace.
Okay, Ulbrich, you can't reach with death from above. You're not going to hit a trap if you run. Oh, that is a trap. My bad. Yeah, I guess we have to go this way then. Getting these demons out of the way would be nice. Okay, just attack a nest. Drift. Yep, kill it. Thank you. Okay, thank you for actually hitting something. Did I miss a trap? Looks like I did. What's wrong with Fenris? Phantasmal web. Oh, Ulbrich's been caught by Phantasmal web as well. That's irritating. Who hasn't been? Can Darren cure you of that? Would heal do anything to fix that? Ember should have a way to fix that, surely. Is it a curse? No. Maybe break enchantment would be better, but... Yeah, either you just run around here and get ready to press that next turn. Next you run over here. Would if you can keep attacking. Yeah, everyone, I'm sure more demons will spawn in a sec. Or if not, then maybe we'll be fine. There's no other traps around this way, are there? Doesn't look like it. Easy. Indara scowls at the demon corpses with mild disdain. Either I'm a bad teacher, or these were my most tactically challenged students. In either case, I don't mourn their passing, but I do mildly regret the fact that our acquaintance happened to be so brief. The warrior woman speaks in a candid tone as she looks at you. Most people believe me to be arrogant, but they are mistaken. I simply have very high standards, and my respect is not easily earned. I am impressed by your wisdom and erudition, and your advice could not have come at a more opportune time. I thank you for it, and I wish you success in your war. I hope you'll draw a lesson from this. I might. I do enjoy learning. Iliandra produces a thin manuscript from her pocket. This is my journal, full of observations on the Crusaders' tactics in their war against the demons. It collects their most typical mistakes, as well as a number of reflections that could improve the efficiency of your troops. Deliver it to your officers. It'll do them a world of good, assuming they are smarter than these idiots. Indara nods at the demon corpses with disdain. And now I bid you farewell. Should my journey inspire me to write a full treatise, you can expect to receive a signed copy. Oh wow, she didn't even teleport out, she just vanished. Okay, before we leave, there's some side rooms.
Precisely.
The altar is covered with profane and insulting inscriptions that have been scratched onto its stone surface. The statue looks cracked, as if somebody laboriously pounded on them with something heavy. Don't need to search that one either. Okay. There was another side route. Oh. Let's avoid that. The dirty, stagnant water reeks of rot. It's irrevocably tainted. Oh dear. Is there any need to... Can we hop over there? So quiet in here. I don't like it, I don't. I'd appreciate a bit more ambience. Okay, let's just go back to the foreman. Oh, missed the trap it seems. I think it dispelled everything. It's not the end of the world though. There weren't any other side passages, were there? Oh, yes, apparently. It looks as if the demons use this hole to enter the shrine. And we go back through it.
Hesitation is a waste of time.
No. Well, fair enough. Let's just dip. Let's get out of here. We will report our findings. And then I'll probably leave it there for today. Had a bit of a bad throat today. So if I've sounded generally a bit more low energy, that's why. Also, I'm just feeling pretty low energy, to be honest. Evade. We've got more movement. Where do we want to go? Let's go down here. I wish when you set these automatic routes that it would just carry on doing it automatically. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Yeah, go in. I don't think we need to worry about resting or anything. We've I don't think we're going to have to fight anything in here. We're just turning the quest back in, aren't we?
Always watch.
Although I don't know what they're going to do with the bad news. I'll tell you what. I believe I forgot to turn on our new dragon friend. Done a while ago. Hello, Foreman. Why, hello there, guest. The foreman tries to make his cantankerous voice sound at least remotely welcoming. I have bad news. The Shrine of the Three has been defiled by demons. The foreman considers your words and gives a decisive nod. So things are really bad then. Oh well, we'll teach ourselves new ways to survive. It's not like we had it easy before, so we'll get used to it. No fish. We were sick of fish anyway. The water stinks. Well, it's there for drinking, not sniffing. And if our guts twist, so be it. Nobody dies of cramps yet. Thank you, outsider, for trying to help. We'll make it somehow, don't you worry. There will be a reward for you, and then you'll leave. After you do, we'll close our little door and cover it up with rocks just to make sure. We don't want the demons from the world wound to come knocking, do we? Seilkind shakes his head, frowning. I'm sorry, friends, but it's only going to get worse. You'll have to abandon the mine and look for a new home. You won't last long here. Should we do diplomacy or nature? Let's do diplomacy. Stop huddling in the dark. Don't you want to feel the warmth of the sun, see a sunset, or enjoy an apple, if nothing else? Success. You may be right. Maybe we should stop burying ourselves in this rocky tomb. We may be safer this way, but the rest of the world, we might as well be dead. Whether we live or die, what difference does it make to anyone else? Maybe it's time for us to go. Not for ourselves, but for our children's sake. The foreman casts a full-on gaze over the mine and says quietly, Thank you, home. Forgive me for berating you when I could bear the dampness and dark no more. We're all alive thanks to you, after all, and we'll remember that. Don't dwell on the past. Think of the future. Listen to me. I speak from experience. The old man turns to you and almost begs. Seilkind says you lead these crusaders of yours. Can you do us one last favour? Send your people here and let them mine. There are many veins of good ore down here. You won't regret it, even a little bit. And my home won't be lonely. My heart aches as if we are leaving while our ancestors are staying behind. Tears glisten in the old man's colourless eyes. I guess it's time we said our goodbyes too. Seilkind sounds genuinely touched. I will go with these people so they have at least some chance of survival. Whoa, that's a bit of a cold thing to say. Farewell, Captain. I hope we'll meet again. Seilkind gives you a strong, honest handshake. We'll make our way north, to the realm of the Mammoth Lords. I cannot describe how grateful I am. Thank you again for helping me find these poor folk. I've been on this path my whole life, but I never would have made the final step without you. It's nice they put us right by the exit. As much as it was fun to have a Fallout reference, that whole questline was a bit weak, to be honest. Let's check the Crusade management. Maybe there's a thing we can do with the mines now. The Royal Council elections were successfully held. Many foreigners, upon hearing that freedom now flourishes in these lands, embarked on a journey to Mendel. Oh, we can do something with... oh, that's a military... Oh, the all game... That's amazing, actually. Having her on your side is definitely worth it. Acquiring unclaimed property. Oh yeah, I remember that starting. So yeah, we'll definitely do this. All generals gain +1 master maneuver. What diplomacy ones we could do? The fate of Baffa. Are they all just relics? We have so many relics at this point. Do the fate of Baphomet's fire. Unless I'm missing any ones that would be better. Royal Parade's not really worth doing. Yeah, they're all just relics. Okay, I do the Fate of Baphomet's Fire. What events do we have? The Two Blades. A renowned artisan who forges enchanted weapons has come to the commander bearing two gifts. One blade is old and rusty, and the other radiates heavenly light and is incredibly sharp. The artisan is offering the commander the choice of whichever sword fits her. This feels like a test. Choose the rusty sword. Choose the radiant sword. Give both swords to Nenio despite the artisan's protests. I'm going to try and play this double bluff here. I'm going to choose the rusty sword. The sword gleamed in the commander's hands, and the artisan admitted mournfully that the old thing has been blessed by the gods to oppose evil. His whole life the artisan had dreamed of forging a worthier sword, but he never came any closer to perfection. After handing the old blade over to the commander, he left in tears. Oh wow. Sorry, mate. Might as well do generous recruiters. Okay. Well, at least we got it ticked off, didn't we? Any more Crusader army movement I can do before finishing? Doesn't look like it. We should be able to teleport over here soon. So I guess I will go over here and do this stuff next time, or we'll do Albrig's companion quest, one or the other. But yeah, there's still a bunch of stuff down in the way down here. Well, actually, we're not that far from the Valley of Temples, unless we have to go through this fort to get there. We could maybe come and do that soon. Anyway, I'll think about that in the future. Okay, well, teleport to Dresden. We'll start off from here next time. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to follow this series as we're nearing the end, you can subscribe. I'll be posting daily, and then thinking of something else to do next time. And yeah, if you want to leave a like or a comment, anything, I'll be very much very appreciative of it. But yeah, thanks again for watching, folks. Bye.